In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we've got a very special edition of our Changing the Game series. This is good, which highlights extraordinary women. Keep focus on that word, extraordinary. Women who are making a difference now and for future generations. This morning, we're talking to the Breasties. Have you heard of these guys? A community providing resources and support to survivors and those affected by breast cancer and gynecological cancers. Co-founder, her name is Paige More. She shared photos on her Instagram when she underwent a preventative double mastectomy at the age of 24 after discovering that she carried the BRCA1 gene mutation. Chief Community Officer, that's Trish Michelle, was 37 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer and found support sharing her journey. And Dr. Elisabeth Potter, last but certainly not least, worked with the Breasties to reverse a government decision to limit procedure options for survivors after mastectomy. Good morning to all of you guys. We're so glad you're here. Paige, I got to start with you because first tell us the background behind the name Breasties. I like it. And why you decided you needed to form this. What were you looking for?
Well, the Breasties came from best friend, but breast friend, obviously.
Like it.
And just wanted it to be, relatable for all. And when I was first looking for support, I went online and really couldn't find a story that I resonated with. I wanted to find somebody that felt empowered, that felt positive, not too positive, but just enough, somebody that...
Because it's hard to feel positive when you get this kind of diagnosis.
It really is, but I needed that sliver of hope that I was going to be okay and that I could love my life and my body after this experience, and I couldn't find it. And so I felt like if I can't find it, then I have to create it. And
that's exactly what you did. And Trish, how did you two get together? Because you went online, right?
I know, the doctors always say don't Google.
Yes.
But I Googled.
In this case,
I
definitely
Googled, and Google took me right to social media because she was so vulnerable and sharing her story openly, it allowed folks to connect with each other, and that's how I connected with her.
But your backstory is you're 37, no history of breast cancer in your family, none.
None
And
whatsoever.
then you get this diagnosis. That must have been shocking and devastating.
Well, absolutely. I had a physical, passed with flying colors, and then 2 weeks later, I found my lump. And when I found my lump, I said, oh no. Immediately I knew it was, I knew it was cancer.
And you said the concerns were dismissed.
Absolutely.
You knew it was cancer?
I knew, I just had in my gut, something was off. So I felt it was cancer. And my doctor gave me resistance. He was dismissive of me.
How did that make you feel? This is supposed to be your doctor, someone who identifies when you're going through something.
We're supposed to be on the same team. And so I felt like, yes, we were adversaries, right?
But dismissive how?
Adversary.
Yeah, well, because you're 37.
No history.
You have no history, just go live your life and come back. And so I said, Doc, I'm telling you, I felt something. So literally, I had to take his hand, my hand over his, and direct him to the lump.
Wow.
And even still then, he was like, and I said, Doc, either you give me this mammogram script or I'm gonna just go get it someplace else, but I'm going to get this mammogram.
Wow.
Dr. Potter, Trish is only 37 years old.
Yeah.
That's a young woman in my book. What do you say to the trend lines here, which are very concerning? There's someone close to me, same age, recently, is in that stage where they're a pre-vivor, I think, as you guys would put it.
Yeah.
Why are the numbers going up among young women?
That is the million-dollar question, and I think the most important thing to know is that they are going up. We are seeing more and more diagnoses of breast cancer, and just like Trish said, we need to be listening to patients. We need to be screening more, looking harder, and being more thoughtful about preventing breast cancer and diagnosing it early.
And isn't it going up among Black women?
This is the tragedy.
Younger Black women?
40 years ago, the lines were very equal, white women and Black women. But when things got better with better screening and better drugs, they did not get better equally. They did not get better equally. And we are in a crisis in breast reconstruction and breast cancer treatment where we now have to really engage and be honest about that conversation. That's why I love the Breasties. And say, it's not equal. We have to do better by Black women because they are dying at a higher rate.
Paige, I'm in awe of you because you made the decision to have a preemptive mastectomy at the age of 24. What went into your thinking then, and what do you say to others who are maybe facing that decision right now?
My oncologist said to me when I was 24 years old, you have a choice. We can either do surveillance for the rest of your life, or you can take preventative action. And I knew I didn't want to wait for cancer to come because that's what you're essentially doing, in my opinion. I'm waiting if I'm doing surveillance, and then we're going to take action. I knew at 24 years old that I had everything I needed to take action at that point. I had a stable job at the time. I had a supportive partner. I had great friends and family at the time. I had insurance coverage. I knew that I was ready to make that choice. But it's a huge life-changing decision.
Yeah, and you didn't want to spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder. How old are you now?
I'm now 31.
31.
It was the best decision that I made. I now no longer feel like every single day am I going to get breast cancer. And that's a huge gift that I was able to give myself and a huge privilege.
And Trish, what is your message today and how have the Breasties helped you? Because I'm still in awe of your story as well with no family history. And here you are.
It just shows the importance of community, I think, because we are socialized to play small, play quiet, don't push against those in charge, whether it's your doctor or what have you. And so finding community, it helps you to find your voice. So I'm able to, sorry, Doc, but I come into those
I love
doctor's appointments ready for battle because
it.
unfortunately sometimes you have to fight against, what your doctor thinks is best because you know your body.
As men, how can we better serve, be allies, be advocates for you, whether father, brother, friend, coworker? What can we do?
That is such a great question. And I love it when I see a partner walk into a room just listening and saying, how can I support? How can I be present? How can we plan for the future together? Let's all be hopeful together. What do you need? I'm here for you. This is a time to listen and respond and take action. That is, even asking that question, you are light years ahead.
Yeah, they are both very evolved men. How do we get with the Breasties? If people are looking, guys, what do we do?
Well, social media, we're definitely the Breasties
All right.
on Instagram, on Facebook, and the Breasties.org.
Yeah, the Breasties.org and our app. We have a free app. Everything that we do is free. We believe in access for all, and so that's really important to us.
Very
Awesome.
good. Very good. Paige, Trish, Dr. Potter, thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate it.